Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Greetings to you all in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Class 7, ICSE Physics, Unit 6. Before we get into the lesson, let us learn some new words related to this topic. First one, vibration. VIBRATION, vibration. Second one, larynx. LARYNX, larynx. Third one, displacement. DISPLACEMENT, displacement. Fourth one, trachea. TRACHEA, trachea. Fifth one, propagation. PROPAGATION, propagation. Vibration, larynx, displacement, trachea, propagation. Children, we know that light, heat, sound and many things plays a very important in our life. So now in this class, let us learn about sound. We need sound to recognize many living and non-living things around us. We also use sound to communicate with each other. So let us discuss first how sound is produced and how it travels and what distinguishes one sound from another. What is sound? Sound is a form of energy. Sources of sound. In the screen you can see some things which produces sound. Whistle, car, drum, baby, cell phone, cat, speaker and bee. They all produces sound, so they are sources of sound. Just all things produces sound by vibration. Yes, sound is produced by vibration. Do you know what is vibration? Vibration means to and fro motion, otherwise we say it as back and forth movement. So every source of sound, a whistle, car, whatever may be, every source of sound vibrates when it produces sound. The familiar sound for us is the human voice, isn't it? Do you know what is the source of this sound? When we speak, sound is produced by an organ called the larynx or voice box. So this is a broad part of the trachea. Trachea is nothing but it is the windpipe where the trachea meets the pharynx. Inside it are two folds of tissues called the vocal cords. When exhaled air passes through the larynx, this air vibrates and produces sound. And the nature of the sound changes with the tautness of the vocal cords. When they are tight, the sound is shrill. When they are loose, the sound is bass. So the nature of the sound is also determined by the length of the vocal cords. And women and children sound shriller than men because they have a shorter vocal cords than men. The sound produced by the larynx is modified into speech by the tongue, teeth and lips. To check that one, place your hand on your throat while you speak and feel the vibration. The vibration becomes stronger when you shout and it will be weak when you whisper. Now let us learn about the properties of sound. There are several ways in which sounds can differ from one another. They can be louder or softer. They can be of high or low pitch. They can be melodic or just noisy. Let us see one by one. First one, loudness, and this loudness is also called intensity, and this loudness depends on the power of the source and the distance of the listener from the source. For example, a powerful source of sound such as a loudspeaker produces a loud sound. However, the loudness of the sound decreases if you move away from the speaker, isn't it? If you are near to the speaker, then you can hear the sound loudly. If you move away, the sound will get weaker. So what determines the power of a source of sound? Something called the amplitude of its vibration. So here let us see what is called amplitude. So amplitude is nothing but the maximum displacement of a body during its vibration. The maximum displacement of a body during its vibration is called amplitude. If the amplitude is greater, then the sound also will be louder. A powerful source of sound has a large amplitude, while the low power source has a small amplitude. In this screen, we can see the two types of waves. One is for soft sound, another one is for loud sound. Soft sound has a small amplitude, whereas the louder sound has large amplitude. Pitch. The second property of a sound is pitch. The sharpness or dullness of a sound is called its pitch. Sharp or shrill sounds have high pitch, while dull or heavy sounds have a very low pitch. Thus, a child voice is of high pitch, while the sound of a big drum, is of low pitch. Again, male voices on the average have a lower pitch than female voices. So you must not confuse pitch with loudness. Now let us see the relation between the vibration of a source of sound and the pitch of a sound it produces. The number of vibrations which a source makes in 1 second is called its frequency. The pitch of the sound it produces depends on this frequency. Vibrations of high frequency produce sounds of high pitch, while vibration of low frequency produce sounds of low pitch. And here in the screen you can see high pitch and the low pitch. In high pitch you can see the large frequency waves, and in low pitch you can see a small frequency waves. So the unit of frequency is the hertz, written as Hz. The third property of a sound is called quality. The quality of sound is also called its tone, otherwise timbre. There are two ways in which this property is commonly described. First one, quality is the pleasant or unpleasant nature of a sound. Musical sounds have a pleasant quality, while noises you make in the classroom, they produces unpleasant quality. And second one, quality is the property of a sound by which we identify its source, from which the sound is coming. So the sound produced by a source does not usually have only one frequency. There are several frequencies. The lowest frequency is called the fundamental frequency, and this determines the pitch of the sound. When we speak of the frequency of sound, we always mean just frequency. The other frequencies present are integral multiples of the fundamental frequency. So the frequency which are present along with the fundamental are called overtones. So every source gives out sound with its own fixed pattern of overtones. This is what helps us recognize different sources. In general, richer or more pleasant sounds have a greater number of overtones mixed in a higher proportion. So the three properties of sounds are loudness, which is related to the amplitude, and second one pitch, which is related to the frequency, and third one is the quality. These are the three properties of sound. In this video, we have seen what is sound, what are the sources of sound, and also the organ, which organ in our body helps us produce sound. And we learned about the three types properties of sound. Thank you.